everybody! So for this screencast we're going to talk about how to find things in the library catalog. The library catalog is not just for books, although it has all our books in it, but it also has ebooks, so that's stuff you can read online. You can download it, print it. You can use it basically like a regular book, it's just all on the internet. It also has movies, some journal titles. It'll have stuff from the archives, so really old journals or manuscripts or artifacts of some kind, so you really can find almost anything you want in the library catalog. And there are lots of different ways to search it. So today I'm going to show you two really good ways to look at the catalog, and then in class we can talk about some of the other ways you can do it. So we're going to start with a keyword search, which we've talked about before, right? We know that's just one word or a short phrase on your main topic. And then we're also going to do a subject heading search, and I'll explain what that is once we get there. So to search the catalog, you have to go to the library's homepage. It's library.uaf.edu. And the search box is just this first one here. So we're going to do a keyword search, so why don't we just put in, I'm going to search the word Huskies. Okay, so maybe I want a book about Huskies or a movie or something. We're going to leave the menu at words or phrase. That means keyword search. The other options are author, title, subject, series, or periodical title, which is a journal title. So since I don't know a specific book title or a specific author, I just know that I want material on Huskies. I'm going to leave it as words or phrases. And then I'm going to click go. And the important thing to look at when you do a search in the library catalog is first, how many results you got back. So we got 31 titles back, which is actually a pretty good number. We could probably go through each of those and pick and choose what we wanted and get rid of the junk and keep the stuff that's really good. If you got like 200 titles, you'd really want to focus on narrowing that down, and we'll still talk about how to do that. But realistically, if you were doing research in here, 31 titles is a pretty good number to get to. The next thing you want to look at is your actual results. What did you actually find? So we have a good list of stuff. It looks like we have all kinds of different things though. So we have an electronic resource, and that means ebook. We have a movie. We have a sound recording. Looks like we have a regular book here. So we have a whole mix of stuff. If you go through this and you realize, I actually don't want to look at ebooks, or I don't want to look at movies, I just want a regular book, there's a pretty easy way to go back and tell the catalog to only show you book results. The way that you do that is up in the left-hand corner of your page. You need to click on New Search. And this will take you to the advanced search page. So when we were on the library's homepage and we put in the word Huskies in that search box, that's called the basic search page. That's about as simple as you can get. When you go to the advanced search page, you have a lot of other options for how you want to search, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So why don't we put in the word Huskies again? Okay, so we're going to just do a keyword search just like we did before. We're going to keep it in the words or phrase box, but we're going to change the type. So right now the type is set to any, which means we could have a movie or an ebook or a sound recording. We're going to switch it to just book. And then we're going to click search. So this tells the catalog, only bring me regular books about Huskies. So now we need to look at how many titles we got back, and we have 20. So we cut out 11 results that weren't going to work for us. So that's a nice, fast way to narrow down to what you're really looking for in the catalog. If we scroll through these, we can just kind of pick the one that looks interesting to us and open up the record. So I'm going to open up number 2, and you just need to click on the title to get to the details of the book. So the things you want to notice here are the book's citation information, right? You have the title here, the author, the publisher, the publication year. So if you were to end up using this book, this is all the information you would need to actually cite it, right? The most important thing is the call number. This tells you where the book is actually physically located in the library. So that's the most important piece of information to pull out of the catalog, because without that, you won't be able to actually pull the book off the shelf. The unique thing about our library is that we have so many books and so many floors that we have to put a secondary location. So you also have to pay attention to what level the book is on. So this is in the Alaska collection. Anything in the Alaska collection is going to be on level 2 of the library. So look at the call number and then look at the level where it's located. The other thing you get here is a little summary of the book, so that will help you decide if you really want to go check it out or not. Okay, so let's say that we like this book, we're going to use it, and we want to find more on the same subject area. If we went back to our main results page, all of those books are about huskies, but after that, they lose all their similarities, right? One could be a biography on huskies, one could be a work of fiction on huskies, and so on and so forth. They don't have anything else in common besides the word husky. So there are a couple ways that we can get to other books that are more similar to this one. You can click on Find More on these topics, and the catalog will search itself for books that the catalog thinks is similar to this. The better way to do it is to go back up, click on the third link here, Catalog Record, and look at the subject terms that are assigned to this book. So we have two. One is Trapper's Alaska Biography, and the second one is Outdoor Life, Alaska. Subject terms are broad descriptions of what a book is about. So every book that's about Alaska and trappers in Alaska and also happens to be a biography will get this subject term assigned to it. Or if we wanted books that were just on outdoor life in Alaska, they would all have this subject term assigned to it. So it's a way to describe a book uniformly across the catalog. So maybe we have 20 books with this subject heading, 15 books that are trapper biographies of Alaska. It's a really, really quick way to narrow down to exactly the set of results that you want. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's copy and paste this first subject term. And then we're going to go back up to New Search, just like we did before. And instead of putting our term in the first box, which is the word or phrase box, we're going to go down and put it in this subject box. Okay, so just paste it in there. And this time, why don't we leave the type as any? Last time we changed it to books, but since we're doing such a specific search up here, we can leave the format or the type as any and see what we get back. So go ahead and click on search. Okay, so this is the funny thing about when you do a subject term search. You don't get a list of books and movies and sound recordings. You get a list of subject terms. So you have to go in and find the one that you just searched for. So ours is number 2. Remember, we searched Trapper's Alaska Biography. And it'll show you how many results. You get 11. So the reason it's showing you this page is, yes, you searched this, but maybe you're also interested in Trapper's Alaska Beaver Creek, and that has 3 books. So it's giving you some other suggestions for what you might want to look at. But we're going to stick with our original search term. So you can go ahead and click on that. And now we have those 11 titles that all have the term Trapper's Alaska Biography assigned to describe them. So you can go through and look. Here's the book we originally found, right? And that's a really good way to test if your search is working, right? If you did your subject search the right way. If your original book or material shows up again, that means you did the search the right way. If that original book or movie or whatever it was that you found does not show up in this set of results after you do the subject search, that means you did something wrong and you need to go back and try it again. So that's just a little trick for keeping yourself on track. If we scroll through, it looks like we have a lot of sound recordings, some movies, maybe we have some ebooks, but it's a good set of results. So we'll go over this more in class, but play around with the subject term searches a little bit and get familiar with it. It's sort of a different concept when it comes to searching the catalog, but once you get used to it and once you practice with it, I think you'll find that it's a really easy way to search and it will save you a lot of time, which is always nice. So try it out and then we'll talk about it more in class.